Okay, let's go. This is the first uncover. What do you see and what do you think you're looking at? Respond in the chat. What do you see and what do you think you're looking at? Green. Find that image that will get students wondering about an upcoming unit or topic. During the activity, show the covered image to students, and slowly but surely, you're going to uncover different squares. Ask the students, you start by asking students just general questions about what they think or wonder. Ask them to write questions down, write some of their observations, what they're thinking, and then you're going to have them turn and talk to each other. And after each uncover, just really listen and have them listen to others to hear what they're saying and what they're thinking. So continue to uncover parts of the image each time, asking more specific questions related to what they're seeing. And lastly, once the image is fully uncovered, ask more specific questions to get an idea of what's their schema. What do they know about this topic? Okay, so that was kind of the basis of it. Are you ready to try it? All right, so we're gonna go kind of step by step. I'll ask you some questions and I want you to use the chat to answer them, and we'll kind of review some of y'all's responses. Okay, let's go. This is the first uncover. What do you see and what do you think you're looking at? Respond in the chat. What do you see and what do you think you're looking at? Green. So this can be for all levels. Thank you for asking that, Alejandro. Someone said rocks on a beach, some moss, a sculpture, rectangles. Okay, good, all good. Shrubs that are sculpted. Okay, perfect. Okay, second uncover. Where is this picture taken and what else are you looking at? To select a short content-related video clip that will focus on either new content or maybe even some specific vocabulary that you want them to listen for during the second watch. So share the overview of the activity and kind of the focus points. The students will view the video, this is the kicker, without sound. Okay, so you're encouraging students to really focus on specific content, and you'll be surprised how much they're really paying attention because they have nothing to go off of that they can't hear. Students will take notes and discuss their observations, and then you'll view the video for a second time with sound. And you'll pause the video periodically to encourage students to discuss what they saw and what they heard. All right, it's time to try it. So just a quick recap before we actually play it. We're gonna play it the first time without sound. And I want you to think about these two questions. What questions are bubbling up? And is there anything from the video that you can make a connection to, even though you're not hearing anything, okay? Feel free to take notes if you would like. And I think we're ready, Holly, if you wanna go ahead and press play. We're gonna only watch 1 minute, so hold on to it. Okay, so how does it work? So create a slide deck with pre-selected words that they'll be choosing from. Share an overview of the activity with students and some writing goals. Yeah. Tell students that they have 2 minutes to write as much as they can that they know about one of the words. So round 1 is just 1 word. The second round can be both words, and it's the same for round 3. So 1 or both words. Tell students to keep writing for the full 2 minutes. I usually would tell students, don't take your pen or pencil off the paper, just keep going. Don't worry about spelling. And then have them count their words after each time and repeat for all 3 rounds. And really the piece of counting their words, it's really to add a stretch goal for them. Just that added kind of sense of urgency. Hey, I'm gonna write as much as I possibly can in that amount of time. Today, we're only going to do 1 minute, but during class, I would do 2. Okay, so to add another domain to this strategy, you could have students share their writing. So this would allow them to be able to share their thoughts. Maybe they don't have a lot of schema about fractions and equivalent fractions, but they can gain insight by hearing someone else, maybe something they hadn't thought of, or just they don't have a ton of schema about. But make sure the overall focus is to produce and not the pressure of correcting. So some tips and tricks: encourage students obviously not to focus on grammar. Make it a competition with yourself, right? You have the students count their numbers. Hey, next time I'm going to beat it.
How does this work? Before the activity, you'll introduce the students to the text. If there are images and a title, have them review the title and the images, kind of think ahead to what this could be about. You'll have a series of statements that students will respond to the statements using the before reading column of the chart. During the activity, students are going to read the given text. If you have a procedure for reading in your classroom, they should follow that procedure. If you don't have a reading procedure in your classroom already, I've linked an article in the resources we will share with you at the end of the presentation with a few different options you might want to try out in this upcoming school year. After their reading, students will respond to the statements using the after reading column. And then after the activity, students are going to revisit and compare their before and after responses. If their answer was incorrect, they should determine why. So we're going to try it out. We're going to read a very short article about a country called Guatemala. Take about 30 seconds to read the statements in the middle here. And think about if you agree or disagree with each statement. You can write it in the chat if you would like to. If you are ready to do that, you can give about 30 seconds.
But that's the beauty of the strategy, is that it's so tailorable to the needs of your content, to your lesson, your unit, and even your students and their proficiency levels. So as you see here on the left, this infographic, you can see the versatility of this strategy and how you can differentiate it depending on the proficiency levels of your students, or even maybe your Spanish students or your Chinese students. So for today, we're going to be focusing on the expanding level as we practice this strategy. So yes, how does it work? Select a text that will provide students information about a topic. During the activity, you're going to share an overview. The first one is talk. The first talk, you're going to invite students to talk about their schema or their connection to the topic. The R stands for read, so students will read a short text appropriate to their proficiency level. Their second talk, you're going to have them talk about their findings from the text and ask questions. And lastly is write, so a quick write to show understanding of the topic.